Did you see that Ed from 90 Day Fiancé got engaged?
No,
Speaking
I
of
have
older
not.
men with younger
have
women.
not.
Did you see this?
No,
Okay.
I've not.
For those of you that don't know, 90 Day Fiancé is basically taking over the whole TLC family of channels. That's all they run all the time.
should.
Yeah, as it should, because it's an extraordinarily popular show.
And it's addictive.
Yeah, I know. Now even the celebrities are tweeting about it, like Instagramming. I was onto this way in the beginning,
You
and
were.
now everybody's onto it. Yeah, okay. Ed, Big Ed, probably the best character to ever come out of the single 90 Day Fiancé, is now on something called 90 Day Fiancé The Single Life. Because when he went across the world to find his love, it didn't work out. Like a lot of them don't.
Most
Don't. They have a really poor batting average
Track
over there
record.
at 90 Day Fiancé. But so Big Ed, who is a short man with a huge neck, he's got some kind of condition, so I'm not making fun of it, but his head is just kind of like compressed into his shoulders. And so he's like this, right?
no neck.
It's no neck. No neck Ed.
Okay.
Yeah, or big neck Ed. I'm not really sure what it is. Yeah, one of the two. His shoulders just kind of meet his ears, and that's the way it is. He is one of the best characters to ever come out of 90 Day Fiancé. And
I'll take your word for it. I'm not going to go back and watch it.
Okay.
I'm not. I am.
You are.
I am.
I know you are. You're going to go back and watch it, Big Ed. You have to watch Big Ed. So his love falls apart, and they now come up with a new show for all the situations that didn't work out called 90 Day Fiancé The Single Life, where they follow the lovable losers in love as they go out back into the dating world and try and find a girl. Let me fast forward. I've talked about this before. Ed finds the local waitress at his pub is pretty hot. She's also 28 years old. Ed is well into his 50s, right? She's 28 years old.
It's too big of a gap.
Too big of a gap. And Ed just does what Ed does, and he smothers her, basically. He asks her out on one date, and then forever on, Ed is smothering her, constantly asking her, do you love me? Are you in this? Ed is like, can't shut his mouth, right? He's so insecure, and it comes directly out of his ears. Now, I feel for him because I know some of these people. I know guys that are just like Ed, and I know girls that are just like Ed.
Yeah, girls and guys.
They can't stop looking for that affirmation that someone is actually into them. And Ed does this 24 hours a day. So the girl eventually just kind of breaks it off with him, right? He breaks it off with him. And then the first thing that Ed does within 5 hours of getting broken up with, guess what he does?
Date somebody new.
He goes to Las Vegas and he picks up a couple of 20-year-old strippers or whatever it is and puts pictures all over the internet. Within 5 hours of this fight that him and his new 28-year-old girlfriend had, they have a fight. He goes, takes the next flight to Vegas. He finds strippers. He posts it all over Instagram. Of course, she is devastated. And Ed is an asshole to everybody's, to everybody's chagrin. Well, behind the scenes, because this hasn't been on the actual show yet, behind the scenes, somehow those two got back together. The 28-year-old and Ed got back together.
She realized what she was
Now they are
missing.
engaged. Yeah, she realized that she wants the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she realized. The cameras were missing. That's it.
That's the camera.
I mean, come on, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
Ed is a nice looking
She realized
gentleman.
it's a good springboard to something.
Wouldn't you? Don't
No.
you think that if someone was paying... No?
I'm not going down that rabbit hole with
Let
the
me
reality
let me
shows.
ask you an honest question. Let me just ask you an honest question. If someone came to you and they were mildly attractive and kind of had a nice personality, and they asked you out on a date, and she was just coming out of a divorce, and you said, you know what? I'm going to take my mom's
Give it a
advice.
shot. Yeah,
Give it
get the
one
nice
date.
guy. The nice guy.
He has all these cameras around him, but okay, maybe this is something new for me. It's a new adventure. I really need a freshen up in my life. I just got divorced. I got a kid. Life is tough. Let's just go out with these cameras and we'll see what happens. And then for the next 7 weeks, cameras are following you around. You're famous. Your Instagram is building. Your Twitter is building. You're getting hot and heavy. You probably have a lot of emotional relationships going on in Instagram. I am there's you can imagine that a flood of...
It's addictive.
Yes.
I can see how the addiction
Yes.
would happen. Yes.
So then all of a sudden, it goes away. Can't you imagine? You're a waitress in a fucking pub. I want you back, Big Ed. Bring that little ringy ding ting ting right here, Ed.
I was wrong.
I was wrong. I thought about it. And I want you to come back with me. Ed.
Yeah.
Ed.
You fell for it?
He fell for it. He doesn't give a shit. He's got a 28-year-old girlfriend. Ed is getting what he wants. He likes this girl.
Yeah, but he's falling for the fact that she didn't like him before, but now she likes him now. Like,
it's not that she didn't like him before. She took it really slow at first. She like wouldn't let him touch him and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, of course there is. And I'm telling you, it's the fame. She's addicted to the fame. I don't know the girl. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm saying we could all get wrapped into that. If someone came to us tomorrow, walked in the store. Let's say Big Ed walked in the store. We didn't know Big Ed, but Big Ed, the human being, walked in the store tomorrow. And he said, hey, guys, I want to be on the show. And we were like, I don't know, Ed. You know, you're not really a great fit for the commercial break.
Although he is.
He'd be perfect. We could put him right here, like right where the Buddha is. We'll just put him right there. Just sit right there. Yeah. But let's say he walked in and he said, hey, guys, you know, I want to be on the commercial break. And we first had our reservations about it because we thought, well, Ed's not really, he's not our best friend. We don't know him. We don't know his sense of humor. He's not really that funny in real life. He's kind of funny looking, but he's not really funny.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll give it a shot because Ed has a couple 100,000 people on his Instagram, and that could probably help the show. And, you know, maybe we'll just make it work, right? And then 7 weeks later, the commercial break was the #1 comedy podcast in the world. And we were mini celebrities because Ed is on our show. And then Ed one day just went away. And all of a sudden we're back to just, you know, 5 people downloading us every day. We're back down to moms and dads listening to the commercial break. Wouldn't we just think for just 1 second, well,
if we were in it strictly for business, yes. But I feel like there's a lot, there's supposed to be love that's happening with Ed and the girl.
But how can you do that when all those cameras are around? How can you? It's like The Bachelorette. Of course you can't. You can't. When 20 hunky guys are running around shirtless with their, you know, that little pelvis bone that always shows with the hot young guys, the one that I lost back in my, you know, 22 years old. The last time I saw that was when I was at your pool party at Memorial Day, 2007. Right? You know what I'm talking about. That little happy trail, that, you know, the arrow that points down that way, the one that I'll never get back. Okay. When you're, you know, when that's going on, regardless, how do you pick which one you fall in love with and are ready to get married to? You can't. It's all about the fame.
It is.
Alternately, the 20 guys, probably half of them have no interest, because that's just the way life works, have no interest in this girl on any level whatsoever. But they want to win the show so that they can become famous.
Right.
Right? Ed is the exact same way. Ed is like a little fame magnet.
Fame's an addiction.
He's an interesting guy, but is he the guy that some 28-year-old waitress really wants to be with? No, I don't think so. Because she gave every indication that he wasn't the guy for her.
Yes, and then now it's gone away.
Now it's gone away, and now they're engaged. That's right. Whee. Ed is the most famous person to ever be on 90 Day Fiancé. He's the most famous person. I'll make you an educated guess that he's garnered the most fame. And she got addicted to the fact that everybody was interested in what she had to do. She was no longer a waitress at a pub.
Right.
She was Ed's woman. She was her own independent character and personality. And now that Ed said, well, I'm not afraid to leave. I'm going to go right straight to Vegas and find me another 20-year-old hottie because I'm fucking famous.
I'm the one.
I'm the one. I'm the guy. I brought this to you.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something. Ed, give us a call here at the commercial break because I will set you straight.
Best to you, Ed.
Best to you. And best to you, whatever your name is. Yes. I can't remember your name.
Mother.
Mother. Mother. Call us up here and we'll straighten you out. Ed is engaged. Okay. And I say congratulations to them and best to you, and I hope everything works out. But it won't, but I hope it does. But it won't. But I hope it does, but it can't. But I hope your love is long. It won't be more than 2 weeks. And I hope when the cameras go away that you guys are still together, but you won't be because that's not how it works.
Exactly.
Because you're famous and people are fame whores. That's what happens. Just look at Krissy and I.
Yeah.
We'll do almost anything for a download. I got recognized one time at Menfo and I came back floating on a cloud. I was like, oh.
And that was my cousin.
Yeah. That's true. And then I was like, where's the makeup trailer? Makeup trailer!